Hey everybody, this is Paul with Clever Recluse Games. I'm not sure if anybody can hear me or not, or if anybody's even here. I'm going to wait a few minutes and we will get started. We're going to talk about some of the news that's happening today, and we're going to talk about the I Am Minotaur Kickstarter and exactly what's going on with that. As you may know, it did not succeed. If anybody is watching, let me know, light me up in the chat. Otherwise, we'll just wait a couple of minutes. Thanks for watching. Okay, we're going to give it one more minute and then we're just going to get started. I don't know if anybody's watching out there. They probably aren't, but we're still going to keep going and we're going to keep doing this for as long as we can. Okay, as many of you know, we did not make our Kickstarter. That does not mean it's the end of I Am Minotaur. I Am Minotaur is going to be released. Right now, we can talk about that. We can talk about tariffs. I have nobody in chat, but we can talk about Shadowed House for a minute or two. Um, we have plenty of physical copies right now of Shadowed House going out to our retail partners. We don't expect a price increase for the next couple of months, but the price will inevitably increase just because of tariffs and because our printer just raised their prices by 15%. So my advice is if you're interested in Shadowed House, you may want to pick it up as soon as possible. It's Our affiliates are Dragon's Lair, Alma Ranch, and D-Pad New Braunfels. Okay. Now, for I Am Minotaur, we're going to show the covers for the first time. To nobody, maybe. Maybe somebody's watching. But let's take a look. We're going to take this, put this back. And there we go. There is the cover for I Am Minotaur. It's pretty cool. We can kind of take a look at it. This is obviously a mock-up. We're going to make it a little more sophisticated, but really this is going to be about it. This is a player's guide. We have this emblem right here. This is very cool. As you know, we did not make our Kickstarter goal, which means that we are using AI. And yes, this icon was made with AI, but I think it looks great, quite frankly. The lettering itself I created without any AI help, and I designed it myself. Please let me know what you think. Oh, hello, Dragonfire. Good to see you. We're just going over the I Am Minotaur Player's Guide. It is the first time that you can really see it. They had a picture of it on the Kickstarter, but as you know, it was only a small bit of it. Dragonfire, can you hear me okay? Let me take a look. Okay, great. We do have volume going on. That's terrific. But yes, this is a mock-up of the I Am Minotaur's Player Guide cover. This is what the cover is going to look like, which is, I think, is pretty cool. Dragonfire, what do you think of it? Well, while we're waiting, I don't know who else is watching. It may just be Dragonfire, in which case I certainly appreciate it. Let's see what else we got here. We have the Game Master's Guide. As you can see, this is actually a slightly different color and a slightly different design. That was almost an accident, but I kind of like it. I'm not sure what you guys think of it. Please let me know. But this is the I Am Minotaur cover. And this is the Game Master's Guide's cover right here. So, as you can see, the game is still happening. We still are designing stuff for it. It's still a lot of fun. Most people really enjoy playing it. Let's see. Over here, we do have some sample pages with the AI art. Is it possible to see a side-by-side of the two covers? Yeah, sure. Let's go back and do that. Let's see if we can do that. Hopefully we can. That's the Game Master's Guide, Player's Guide. Yep, let's see. There we go. You can see the Player's Guide and Games Master's Guide right there. As you can see, the guttering here is actually brighter in the Player's Guide than it is in the Game Master's Guide. And I'm very tempted just to keep that. Although I do like the Game Master's Guide a little bit more. So everything's still in development, but obviously it's still happening, man. We're still doing this. This is not dying. This is not going away in any way whatsoever. And neither is the company. We're in 2 stores with physical products. We're still on Drive-Thru RPG. And again, I do have enough Shadowed House copies that we won't have to raise prices for some time for a few months. So that's good news. But I do recommend if you want to get the physical copy for $14.99, you should go out to your local game store and just grab it immediately as soon as you can, because prices will be going up on that. Anyway, Dragonfire, anything else you want to see with the I Am Minotaur covers, or are we good? Ready to move on? Well, I guess we're good. I'll hide them just in case he wants to see them again. And we will go on to the sample pages. As you can see, some of the layout we need to make it a little fancier, but you get an idea of what the AI art is going to look like. It's not going to look overly processed the way most AI art does. We're going to try and make it as subtle as possible. To me, this looks almost like stock art more than it does AI art, and that's kind of what we're going for here. We're not going to be going for the usual overproduced, like super bright color, almost robotic looking, CGI looking AI art for this. We're going to try and make it look as hand drawn as possible. Um, this to me is pretty cool. I don't know if this is exactly the final picture we'll be going with, but it gives you an idea of what the game is going to look like. This this layout is very plain, and it's still very much in development. You probably won't be turned to this page and have it look like this when you buy your copy. It's going to look a little different, but you get an idea. And again, you will have art. The AI art won't look horrible and tacky like AI art can. We're going to try and make it look really good. And we have one more here. And this one is a little bit more well developed. Um, I think it's probably a little this font. I love this font. We may change them though, just because of font rights. I want to make sure that we have complete coverage, that we're completely clear with our fonts, because that is something that we've run into problems with in the past, that a font, it's not sure whether we're clear with it or not, but it will look something like this font. Um, I do love the quotes. This one could actually stand to be a little bit bigger to kind of match this, but this still works. Um, Over here, this is, as you can see, this is actually a pretty nice AI art picture. One thing I will say that's not canon is, as you can see, they have the cloven hooves. In I Am Minotaur, they do have the normal human feet. But again, if you're using stock art, a lot of the time stuff isn't completely canon. A lot of the time, stock art, and this is truthfully a lot better than the stock art that's available for Minotaurs on most websites. We probably will end up using a little bit of stock art too, but the AI art usually is superior to the stock art. Obviously, nothing's as good as hand drawn art, and a couple of artists have reached out to me to offer to donate pieces. But this is a huge book. Both of them are huge. They're over 100 pages a piece. Both of them for an indie RPG, that's pretty darn big. And so we're going to need a lot of art, and probably the only way to do it is through AI art. Really, there isn't too much else to cover. I will say that I know that we have some YouTube videos that we're going to be editing down for you guys. We have the playthrough that's 4 hours long. We're going to edit that down into some snippets, hopefully next week. There is some exciting stuff going on with Kickstarter, even though the campaign is over. But there is still some really cool, exciting stuff going on. And otherwise, really, guys, there isn't too much. Dragonfire, do you have any questions or anything like that? Not at the moment. Okay. No worries. Well, guys, again, we didn't make it. We didn't make our Kickstarter, and that's sad. But on the other hand, a door closes, a window opens. Uh, the game is still going to happen. As you can see, we are working on pages. Stuff is definitely happening with layout. It's still, you can actually play it at our bar on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in San Antonio. And yes, the name is OURBAR. It's our bar, and that's going to happen for a week or so. I believe we are going to be moving venues. But here's the thing: I'm going to be streaming now every Thursday night at 7 p.m. So if you just want to come by, see what I'm up to, something like that, it's going to be probably fairly short stream most of the time. We're not doing playthroughs or anything like that. It's just going to be me talking. Um, I'll be happy to talk to you guys. Anybody who's interested about I Am Minotaur, where we're at, where we're going, stuff like that. And then it'll end up on YouTube probably the next day, something like that. But if there's nothing else, I did want to thank people for helping with the Kickstarter and just helping us in general. Let me read out these names. Special thanks to Dungeons of Drunks. That is where they have facilitated a lot of demos for us, and that's at our bar and other places. The Greater Gaming Society of San Antonio. They have played through with us, and they have promoted us on their Twitter, their X, and that was just fantastic. Obviously, Dragon's Lair, Alma Ranch, and Deep New Braunfels, they carry Shadowed House. They did a lot of demos with us for I Am Minotaur. Kickstarter, they have been great. We are in conversations. I can't really go into it, but amazing stuff is happening there. Wizards Respite podcast out of Austin and Old Man Gaming. They had me on. It was just a lovely, lovely conversation. Sci-Fi Radio, Gene and Susan, I love talking to them. Fantastic. They're out of Los Angeles. Ask in the comments. I will send links to all this stuff. San Japan has been wonderful. OGGM podcast had us on. The Alamo City Game Convention we just did, and we got a positive response there. And of course, Dragonfire and the rest of the guys at the Clever Recluse Games Studios. Thank you guys so much. Again, this is not an ending. This is just a new beginning. I'm excited about the future, and I hope you guys join us, and we'll have a blast. Thank you very much, and I am out.